There are always risks associated with what we're doing. At the back of my mind is always the concern that we may be setting up some of our students to fail. So we have to think long and hard about possible outcomes. Obviously, we want successful outcomes, and success in the context of the Warwick IFP is defined in terms of the student gaining a place at a good UK university, including Warwick itself. But not all students will achieve their goal. They may have to trade down in terms of the institution at which they progress to undergraduate study, or in a small number of cases, they may find themselves with no such offers. The idea of returning home, typically to the other side of the globe, with nothing worked out, nothing established in terms of the next stage in their life, is obviously a difficult one, because it comes with it feelings of failure, of shame, dare I say it, of having let down their parents, who almost surely will have financed their studies. And that's something we've always got to bear in mind. Thankfully, it's a very small number of students, and where it happens, we do our level best to encourage the student to think in terms of all of the gains they will have achieved whilst they've been here, even though their time on the Warwick IFP has not culminated in their securing a place on an undergraduate degree at a good university. There are also risks whilst the programme is running in terms of the student behaviours. The presumption is that the students will attend all of their classes. But we don't just leave it at presumption. There are devices, there are monitoring devices that are deployed to check on attendance in particular. And that's particularly important given that the students are international, and where those students have come from outside the EU, there is a minimum requirement regarding monitoring attendance and participation in order to justify the visa that the student enjoys to remain in the UK. There are instances of students not attending classes. What I can say is that the Warwick IFP team goes to great lengths to pursue the reasons for those instances, loses no time in speaking to the student, confronting the student with the issue, looking to see what the reasons are, and if there are any impediments that is preventing the student attending all of the classes, removing those impediments. But that is one of the risks. Students are typically coming from other parts of the world where they've been in a highly structured environment where there are people in positions of authority watching over them. They've come across the world to the University of Warwick, where suddenly they're confronted with a great deal of freedom. And a small number of our students may handle that freedom badly. And that's the other risk. That's what I would describe as the runtime risk for the Warwick International Foundation programme. But I can certainly assure you that the team is alert to this danger, and early intervention is the word of the day.